Good.
Nick, how would you describe? I wasn't here last night. So how would you describe last night for you in terms of getting an opportunity, in a more, I guess, full-time role, especially with Austin?
It was a good team win for us. I feel like we competed defensively. I feel like we came out with a sense of urgency, and we came out with a win. So it was definitely good for us.
You mentioned the defense even before the points that you scored, and JJ just spoke to us and said that you saw maybe one of your better defensive efforts. Mm-hmm. What do you think that you did well to allow your coach to say that?
I'm not sure. I'm really just following the game plan for real. Just knowing what I'm supposed to do, making sure I'm always in the right positions, and also just being engaged, just playing hard, being physical. Definitely a thing that JJ wanted me to do coming into this year. I'm not really sure. I mean, I feel like as a team we competed, and I guess it was just one of those nights.
You're not obviously the tallest guy, or weigh the most. You have really long arms. How do you use that to your advantage on the defensive end?
I don't really know. Just play hard. Really, my focus on it is really just trying to navigate over screens with bigger guys and stuff like that. Just using my length, trying to get deflections and stuff like that. But I don't really know, to be honest. Yeah.
How hard is it to stay ready? I mean, everyone doesn't get the run that they want, but what do you do to stay ready so when your number's called, you have a night like you did last night against the Kings?
Yeah, I mean, credit to the coaching staff. We do, stay ready groups pretty much every day, and I basically use that in practice just to, get myself going. Also, just staying in the gym as well. Really just the confidence my coaching staff got in me, and just trying to use that to my advantage, just go out there and just play my game.
JJ was talking about how he likes it when you're aggressive, but you also kind of need to be aggressive within the scheme, within the structure. Yeah. How have you kind of balanced those two things and try to be as effective as you can for the team?
I mean, well, in the NBA, you can't really just go out there and do what you want to do. People have stuff they run and stuff like that, so I just try to implement, my game into, whatever system I'm in, I guess. I mean, that's what the team needs. So, whatever the team needs, I'm willing to do.
When you're on the court with LeBron and you're on ball, what are you kind of looking for him to be doing action-wise also?
Action-wise? Yeah. He's going to get into actions regardless. Just pick and roll, stuff like that. He basically can do it all. So, basically just reading him and just seeing how the defense plays him and stuff like that. Smaller guards him. He's gonna go to the rim and score easily. So just trying to play off that and keeping the game simple.
Tomorrow's LeBron's birthday. Like you said, he could do it all. To see someone still do it all, the way he does.
It's unbelievable. Him and my dad the same age, and my dad played in like 10 years. So the stuff he do is incredible. He's not normal. He's not normal.
The defense had slippage, and then you come back, you have the meeting, the practice, the film work. What did you think you all did much better last night versus the Kings, individually and collectively?
We just came out here and competed, and knowing what we're supposed to do offensively and defensively. We had a shoot-around practice before that game, and coach really just wanted us to go out there and just compete on both ends and just be physical and really just do what we do. I feel like past couple games when we was losing, we wasn't getting into our stuff fast enough, and defensively I feel like we wasn't up to par in just effort and stuff like that. But I just feel like it's just a part of the season, and it's just that part of the season, and it's really an easy fix, to be honest.
When you're out there, who's the most vocal leader on the floor? Who do you key in on to and listen to?
Smarty's been definitely helpful for me, especially coming into this organization, especially defensively. I'm pretty sure he got a couple defensive awards under his belt, and he's definitely been somebody pretty much everybody, but Smarty has definitely been, the more vocal player on this team.
Thanks, Nick.
Thank you.
What's going on? Man, you guys held the Kings to 101 points last night. There was, it wasn't just the guarding, but it was the blocks deflections and kind of the active defense. How can that be a wrinkle for this team, especially with a tough Detroit team you play tomorrow?
I think we had a little more of an aggressive approach. We was flying around, and I think we got a lot of guys that can be in the passing lane, can get steals and stuff like that. So I think us having that approach instead of kind of being laid back on defense, as far as we had some taser assignments or kind of be conservative on the end. But I like our aggression on the end. We can speed other teams up, turn them over, be aggressive, fly around, block shots. I think it's better for our unit.
How much has your confidence grown in your three-point shot in the last month or so?
Yeah, you get confidence through reps, so just getting them up, and obviously getting game reps. So, if I'm open in the corners, I'm gonna take that shot. I feel like it's a great shot. But yeah, just keep shooting, and gaining confidence through those attempts.
Your shot looks a little different in the past. Can you verbalize what you look to tweak on it this year versus maybe last year?
Just keeping it simple, keeping it one motion, and most of it just mental, just owning the shot and wanting to take the shot. Not hesitating to trying to pass and just shooting the ball. So I think that kind of helps simplify my shots.
Offensively, from the tip, there just seemed to be great ball movement. More guys got more touches. What was the biggest difference offensively?
Like you said just the ball was popping. I think it was our pace, honestly. I think we was pushing the ball up the court. We was getting into our sets faster. And, we was making them guard multiple actions, getting the ball from side to side, setting off ball screens. The ball was moving, but it was also a lot of body movement as well. Everybody kind of moving around. So I feel like we were just hard to guard that way.
When you're out there defensively, you and Smarty are a catalyst up. But who do you listen to? Who's that center fielder out there that's sort of directing traffic that you key in on?
There got to be somebody on the back line. Like me and Smart are mostly front line. As far as we're on the ball, so it got to be it's usually Brian and DA. Those are the guys that kind of see everything because they're on the bottom of the defense. So that's why I encourage them to. Even like Luka and Rui, those are the guys that are mainly on the bottom line. So we need to hear them more. Obviously, me and Smart, if we see something, we direct, but it's hard to direct being on the ball. So most of the guys that are on the baseline, they especially Brian does a good job with DAs and Jackson as well. So those are the guys that kind of tee most of the plays.
How does going up against a guy like Luka help you prepare for players like Cade Cunningham, those heavy on-ball guys who direct so much of their team's offense?
Getting able to go against them in practice, seeing that's how other teams are playing, and basically how they guard him. They're firing, they're mixing up the coverages, and we got to do that as well with playing against some of those great league guards. So being able to test that against him in practice, it kind of prepares us for the games.
Tomorrow's LeBron's birthday, and we've heard comments like it's not normal, and for him to be doing what he's doing, and we know it's not normal because it's definitely not normal. But have you gotten used to this not normal playing with him for a few years, or are you still amazed by it?
Yeah, I've been seeing it alongside him for the last 3-4 years. So, the things he's still able to do at this age and at this level of his career, it's still impressive. So, each and every day, I'm like, dang, it's still, still impressive to see him still play at this high of a level at this age.
What do you think is the part of his game that sets him apart the most? Obviously, he does a lot of things really well, but what's the one part that you're like, this is more elite than other guys?
I would say obviously just his IQ, being able to read the game, know his spots, know where he want to get to, know where guys, soft spots, hot spots are, and also how teams are guarding us. Him being able to grasp that in real time and being able to apply it not only for him but for our team as well on both ends of the floor. I think that kind of what separates him now, being able to, he might have regressed in the sense as far as physical ability, but as far as his IQ and his mentality is still extremely high. So I think that's what separates him.
Thanks, Vando.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Athletic.
Excuse me?
Athletic.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. You got a spot? Got a Sunday? Oh,
JJ, I've got two.
They open up in like a week.
I've got two questions for you related. 9 out of your last 12, you've been giving teams 119 points a game. Last night you're holding 101. What was the biggest difference defensively?
We were able to not only execute our coverages, really just it was all base coverage last night, no special coverages, and within the execution of that, I think the guys did a great job of our defensive principles. So the principles and the coverages are two different things. You know, the principles of the big being up the touch, of not getting screened and fighting over and getting back in front on the second dribble, of having a low man. Those are principles, those aren't coverages. And I really, you know, shift presentation and ISO, whatever, those are principles we executed as well as our coverages.
And then the second one, what did you like most offensively?
You know, we simplified the menu last night. I thought we did a good job of executing a lot of our ATOs, and we played, for the most part, really unselfish basketball, being able to, you know, get to second actions, and when it was time to screen, we did a good job of screening. When it was time to pass, we did a good job of passing, and I think Scotty gave a stat this morning, we're 15-1 when we have 25 or more assists, so I think the guys recognize the importance of ball movement.
Tomorrow is LeBron's birthday. Every year when it hits this day, how does it hit you as far as how remarkable it is that he's still doing what he's doing?
Yeah, I mean, I've been calling him 41 now since I turned 41 in June. So I still, you know, tomorrow's a day, but he's 41 to me already. It is, you know, remarkable. I have trouble getting out of bed in the morning and got to get an injection on my knee, and my body is old and broken. And it's like that. If you don't use it, you lose it. And you know, once I stopped using it, I lost it all. You know, I can still barely touch the rim though, which is nice.
A day later, just reflecting on Nick Smith's performance, considering the spot the team was in, losing a couple games, and really the spot he's in on a two-way contract. What can you say about that performance and what he's brought to us since he came from Charlotte?
Yeah, I thought last night he played under control. He had a couple of heat checks, but you know, you got to be willing to live with that. Took the right shots when they were there off ball. Thought he was the appropriate level of aggressiveness on the ball as the handler. And again, a lot of that had to do with our screening. And you know, there was first half there was a Laker nail play with LeBron as the screener. They didn't do anything. He turned the corner, got a layup. Second half, you know, we ran our 88, our side pick and roll with LeBron, and there was some red confusion. He hits a pull-up three. So I just think his overall control of what we were trying to do was really good. And then I also thought it was our best his best defensive game that he's had. And that to me is, you know, our roster is, frankly, it's got a lot of guys that do a lot of one thing really well, and the balance of finding that offense-defense balance has got to be there, you know, for a guy like Nick to, you know, play meaningful minutes. That's just the reality. He knows that, and I thought his effort on that end was really good. And to get now 3 games that he's helped us win from a two-way is huge. Is huge. I can't overstate, you know, the impact he's had.
I think it was back when you first joined the team in October. He mentioned to us, look, LeBron, Austin, Luka, he's not going to be looked upon to do maybe certain things he was looking to do in Charlotte. I know you've mentioned that even when guys are out, you're not looking for them to do more. But when guys are out, especially a guy like Austin, you have to let him know, like, hey, it's okay to be a little bit more aggressive in the situation just because.
Well, we want him to play his game always, and there have been a number of opportunities for him. A couple of them haven't gone well, and he didn't get the second half run, and some of them have gone really well, and he's helped us win. So we want him to be him. I think there's times when, you know, we want him to embrace that off-ball laser mentality because he is such a good spot-up shooter. Historically, he's been a really good spot-up shooter. In the G, he's been a good spot-up shooter. So there's that part of it, and then there's balancing that with the on-ball aggressiveness within our structure so that we're organized.
Detroit's obviously had a very good year. They didn't have a very good performance against the Clippers. Do you have any, like,
I'm sorry.
the Detroit.
Oh, Detroit, yeah.
Didn't have a very good game against the Pistons. Just like looking at the big picture of basketball, how do you feel as a coach playing a team that clearly is a good team coming off of a poor performance? Is that a bit of a get your radar up type of thing for your group?
I told our group this the other day. We're the Lakers, and everybody's going to have their best against us, and everybody's going to try their best against us. I don't think it matters if they're coming off a win or a loss.
You see Vando working on his three-point shot here every day, and he's finally starting to get some results to go along with it. How much have you seen his
confidence grow on those, and how much has the team's confidence in him grown?
Yeah, I think the guys, have encouraged him. We've encouraged him. Like, the corner threes, particularly like later in shot clocks, I think are great for him. He's done a nice job, of crashing out of that corner. Last night he got a nice cut when they put 2 on the ball. DA got it in the pocket. LeBron redrove. LeBron's alley-oop was on DA in the pocket. LeBron rejected the screen, got middle. We were spaced correctly. He made that corner cut and got a dunk. So it's really it's not just like his shooting. We don't want to say just stand in the corner and shoot. It's more about having a multitude of options to go to, and being able to read that corner cut, being able to get to the second action, and then shoot when it's appropriate. And he's done a nice job of knocking down shots.
Being able to stack these practices, how do you think that might be beneficial going forward?
Repetitions. I think repetitions build trust.
Going back to LeBron and his movement abilities, like especially at this age, like how excited do you get when you know you have a player who is as dynamic and versatile an off-ball mover as LeBron is?
Yeah, I think for me, he's just really embraced, the early part of my coaching career where we were trying to feature AD, and it doesn't happen overnight, but he embraced playing a little bit differently, a little less pick and roll heavy, a little less ISO heavy. And, we have daily conversations. Hey, is this working? Is this not working? Is this good for you? Is this bad for you? We have it in game. We had it last night multiple times in game. Just having these checkpoints, because we can play him at the elbow, we can play him in the post. I think lately he's done a great job of being a screener and getting roller behind, and then just embracing all the off-ball stuff. It's something we talk about. That off-ball action for him is to get him an advantage. He's so strong and he's so skilled that when he has that advantage, whether it's a shoulder advantage, a foot advantage, he can really make plays out of that.
Did everyone who played last night practice today, and did Jackson practice?
Jackson practiced. Rui did not. We're still waiting a little more info. We don't think it's anything serious. He's just a little banged up. Gabe and AR, AR's still out, Gabe is still out.
I think in Detroit, what are you going to have to work on defensively that needs to stay on point like last night?
Well, the NBA life cycle works like this. I stay up till 2 a.m. watching the film, preparing the film. Then we meet today. So I've watched one Detroit game all year. Thanks, guys.